Hi everybody. Life's lessons apparently do not take holidays. I'm learning something new every single day. My day with the boys, I was so excited for it. I got ready nice and early so that I wouldn't feel pressured. I needed to go and buy I had the candy canes, but I needed to pick up a couple of things for the boys. And as I was getting ready to leave, I got a message from their mother telling me that the likelihood was I would only be going out with the older one, Zach, because Dylan wasn't feeling well. He had complained about a stomach ache and his legs hurting, and she said she would see by the time I got there, but there was a good chance that it would just be the two of us. So, I mean, I was happy to see Zach. I'm always happy to see Zach. But I was really sad because I don't get a lot of time with the kids. And to lose that little bit is devastating, actually. So I was hoping that he would get better. But as I started driving there, another message came through saying he was definitely not going, that she said 10 minutes ago he threw up. So that took care of any uncertainty. So I wound up getting to the house and picking up Zach, and we went out for lunch. His choice was a diner, so we did that. So I went out for lunch with Zach, and he's going to be 17 in April. And he's a reticent kind of guy anyway, always has been. So when I have the two of them there, it's easy repartee, because the little one, I swear he's going to be a talk show host one day. He's just the kind of a kid, even when he was little, when he was maybe 5 years old, if I would call, all I had to say was hello. And for the next 20 or 25 minutes, he would be telling me everything that was happening in his world. And he would just keep right on talking. It was absolutely a joy. So we finished our lunch and we went back to the house, and I was hoping to spend some time with the little one. And when I got there, his other grandmother was there. She had been out earlier, but she was back. So she suggested to me, why don't I stay? So I did. I stayed, and we played a couple of games of Rummy Cube and Dolores for You. We did get to play the, I think you call it bobbing for candy canes. And it was really funny because here was Dylan working so hard to hook them and get them into his cup. And he was winning when his brother swooped down on them and slid them off the table into his cup. And I said, son of a gun, clearly I have to make that a rule for the next time. But since it wasn't this time, he was able to get away with it. After we played a couple of games, Dylan was not feeling well again, so I got up and was ready to leave. As I was getting to the front door, my ex-daughter-in-law had said, oh my God, there's a boot on your car. Why would they put a boot on your car? Now, I don't know if everybody knows what a boot is on the car. I had never even seen one in real life. I'd seen them on the news or something like that, but I've never seen one. It's this device that locks your wheel so you can't go anywhere. And there was this huge sticker on my side window, and here I was, trapped. I was not feeling great in the morning. I pushed myself to go because it was the one chance I had to spend with the boys. And now to suddenly find that I could not leave was devastating. It turned out that when I called the number, they told me that I had a couple of tickets. There was a red light ticket and there was a school going, speeding in a school zone. The speeding was 25 miles an hour. It was a 20-mile zone. and there was a trap that they had set a few years ago. The tickets, one was in 2009, the other one in 2014, and I really didn't even recall them, to be honest with you, but here I was. Now, they added all kinds of charges to it. It was this company that put the boot on. The tickets themselves added up to $390, maybe $410 tops. What they charged me was $780 and change. You have no option at that point. You are sitting there with a boot on your car, trapped in somebody else's house. So what started out as a day so on the upside and so exciting for me wound up being a wretched day for me. And I pray to God I don't get sick on top of it, because not only was Dylan sick, but turns out his grandmother was sick also. So I'm praying that I don't get sick on top of everything else. This could not have come at a worse time for me. My business right now is very slow. I am very nervous about it anyway, because of the kind of business I'm in, and that, you know, I don't have a salary. I don't get paid regular weekly or monthly paychecks, so it's scary under the best of circumstances. So I came home and I wanted to cry. It was just so depressing. And I said, oh my God, I was so looking forward to this day, and this day turned out to be a nightmare. It really turned out to be a nightmare. I was feeling mightily sorry for myself. I really was. And then as I got through the evening and I got some things done at home, trying to take my mind off and trying to do something productive, and by the time I got up this morning, I said, you know, I have always said, and I truly believe this to be true, the toughest lessons that we have in life are the ones that teach us the most. They just teach us the most. And I think sometimes what looks like a real punch in the gut turns out to be a blessing in a totally different way. So I'm going to take it that, okay, that happened. On the way home, not only did I have to pay for this boot and to take the boot off and then to go return the boot to a check cashing place, which in itself was an experience that I'm not terribly familiar with. I mean, certainly not with a boot. I've never seen one. But I started to think about it, and I said, you know, your life really, really could be worse. It could definitely be worse. On the way home, I started to try to go to the place to bring back the boot, but I just didn't feel well. I was feeling very weak at that point and very shaky. And I said, I'm going home. I can't possibly do this. So I said it would have to wait for today. So I got on the highway and started to drive home, and everything was fine until I hit this one exit about 2 exits from my house, where it always tends to bottleneck. I got into the right lane because I knew I'd be getting off in 2 exits, and there was a load of space behind me. All of a sudden, out of the blue, I see this guy screaming across the lanes into my lane behind me and skidding like crazy, screeching of tires. And he stopped within inches of my car. The car was shifting. I mean, it was so bad. I thought I was going to get hit. And my immediate feeling when I thought I was going to get hit was that God was trying to tell me something. That if you think you've got a problem now, it could be much worse. This is a problem that can rectify itself. This is a problem that you can figure out some solution to. if you get hurt or worse, there's nothing you can do. So be grateful for the blessings that you do have. Today's lesson. I guess you're here learning it with me. Take care.